I am California of the past.
I am California of the past.
I
I am
am
California of the past.
My name is Yuriko Yokota. I was 27 when the war started. Before the war, California would not let Japanese or Chinese immigrants become citizens. Therefore, they could not own land. Many Japanese bought land in their children's name to operate farms and nurseries. Later laws were passed that you had to be 18 to own land. My parents bought their nursery in Richmond under my name. Later, I transferred it to my brothers. After that, they changed the laws and said that people buying the land had to be the operators. The newspapers were always filled with anti-Japanese propaganda, ads, cheap for cheap, Japanese imports, and inflammatory letters to the editor. The letters to the editor took up the chant of anti-Orientals. Newspapers fanned anti-Japanese feelings. Newspapers were the ones, in my opinion, to influence people against Japanese. My family was interned in Topaz, Utah. I had one brother suffering from tuberculosis who spent 3 years in Weimar, California. We never got to see him during the war. He recovered after my parents were released from Topaz. Even in internment, we felt the stings of prejudice. One day we received questionnaires. Would you be willing to bear arms in defense of our country? Question number 27. And question number 28. Would you forswear allegiance to the Emperor of Japan? There was a riot over this. Those who answered no were sent to the Tule Lake internment camp in California. A lot of people were sent back to Japan later. How they can probe and figure ways to test our loyalty to the very bottom of our hearts. Topaz was dust-covered desert. Dust was everywhere, in our barracks, through the cracks in our floors and walls. We ate in mess halls. Food was terrible. Tripe, tongue. Once in a while, we got hamburgers. What a treat. I could smell the hamburger a mile away. One fellow, Fred Korematsu, resisted evacuation. His family was in our block number 28. He was caught and sent to Topaz. We Japanese thought he broke the law. There were only 3 people who did that. The others said they refused to be interned. Later, after much appeal, he was acquitted. He proved to us that he really didn't do anything wrong. He had everything right. A year and a half before the war ended, I married an Idaho potato farmer. In about another year and a half, I moved to San Diego next to my sister and her husband's nursery. When we were operating our nursery, a paint factory near us had an explosion. 10,000 panes of our greenhouse glass were broken. The Chronicle reporters were at the scene to report the damage done to neighboring residents and homes. They saw the damage to our nursery. They completely ignored us. They never interviewed us. Our Japanese nursery friends, heads of companies, maybe 20 or more people, came and helped put our nursery together again.